Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, coming back at you on Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. Time for your weekly reset vid here in the world of Destiny 2. Got a whole new week, had a hotfix go live earlier today, made a couple of changes, and we've of course got some fresh new pinnacle rewards for you to grind for. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Alright, first things first, let's check out the Nightfall for this week. This time around, it is the Corrupted in the Dreaming City. Ooh, one of the longer strikes in the game with some pretty insane enemy density. Of course, you can run this at higher difficulties, get yourself that 100k score, get yourself your Nightfall rewards, your pinnacles, and all that kind of stuff. The modifiers you're going to be having to deal with this time around are going to be Empath. The champions you'll be facing are Overload and Unstoppable. Togetherness is active. With this, base health regen is reduced. If near another player, your health regen is increased. You basically have to handhold throughout the entire strike. Thankfully, we've got some healing in the game with stuff like Cure 2 and Restoration tied in with Solar 3.0 that should be able to help with that. Of course, match game's going to be on. The shields you're going to be facing are Arc, Solar, and Void. We've got the Closer active as well. When targets are nearby, you have Improved Slide. After sliding, your ranged weapon attacks deal increased damage for a short period of time. And we've got an acute Arc Burn this week. Not too bad overall. Get in there, get it done. I do believe the Nightfall weapon this week is supposed to be Horror's Least, which is that pulse rifle that we haven't seen in quite some time. It's supposed to be coming back with some pretty interesting rolls. Hopefully you guys get yourself a decent version of it. Over in the Vanguard Strike playlist, modifier this time around is going to be Void Singe. For the daily stuff, of course, we've got Grenadier as well as Iron. Get your stuff done, get your pinnacles. Alright, for Gambit this week, it's just regular Gambit nonsense with the freelance node active as well. 3 matches in, 3 matches out, you've got your pinnacle gear. Over in the Crucible, this week, of course, we've got Control. Mayhem returns. This is probably where everybody's going to be spending their time. We've, of course, got Survival, Rumble, and Elimination as well. Enjoy the madness of Mayhem, everybody. In Savathun's Throne World, of course, we've got Preservation as well as Vox Obscura dropping pinnacles. For the weekly story mission, this time around, it's the last chance. You can go ahead and get to farming all of that. And in the Wellspring, it's Attack Today, and this time around, the weapon is going to be Come to Pass. For the Retro Pinnacle content, this week, we've got the Vault of Glass. You can run this for both powerful and at least one pinnacle drop from the final encounter. Additionally, we've also got a pinnacle drop at the end of Grasp of Avarice this week. Those are going to be the focus bits of content. Grasp of Avarice is one of the most fun bits of content in the game, in my opinion. Definitely going to be running it this week. For today's Legend and Master Lost sector, this time around, it's the Quarry in the EDZ. You'll be facing Barrier and Unstoppable champions, dealing with Void Burn and Solar and Void shields. For the drop today, it's going to be Exotic Head Armor. So if you're a Titan out there who hasn't gotten yourself a Lorelei Splendor that's decent, today might be the day to go in and do some farming. And of course, as it's a new week, we've got some new challenges over in the Derelict Leviathan. We'll have a new Sever mission that can get you some pinnacle gear, and of course, a refresh for the Duality Dungeon. Alright, with all that being said, let's head over to the tower and see what some of the vendors are offering for us today. Alright, over at Banshee 44, we've got some interesting offerings today. In particular, the returning Legal Action 2. This is the old New Monarchy pulse rifle. Haven't seen it for quite some time. Coming with a decent roll, it's rocking Heating Up as well as Adrenaline Junkie, 2 great PvE perks, and not a bad combination overall for this particular pulse rifle. If you're a fan of the high impact frames, or if you just got some nostalgia for the year 1 stuff, might be worth a pick. As for everything else here, you've seen most if not all of it before. Decent roll on the Palmyra B, as is customary with Banshee, rocking the Impulse Amplifier as well as Explosive Light. Not bad at all. Alright, moving on from him, let's head over to Ada1 and see what she brought for us today. And today it looks like we're getting access to Submachine Gun Dexterity, Trace Rifle Ammo Finder, Surprise Attack, definitely worth a pick if you haven't gotten it before, and finally Font of Wisdom. If you hadn't already picked them up, Surprise Attack in particular is pretty powerful with the litany of great sidearms that we have access to right now, with Devil's Ruin, Cryothesia, even a lot of the legendary ones. Trespasser just came out this last season. Surprise Attack gives you a pretty sizable damage buff that goes along with those sidearms, and given how easy it is to become charged with light in the game right now, this is definitely worth your time. Would absolutely recommend that you pick it up. Alright, of course, last but not least, we're going to take a look at a few of the exotic offerings in the Eververse store this week. We've got the Rocket Stomp emote, for those of you who like to send things flying into the sky. The Tachyon 4 ship, this is going to be available for silver this week as well. Not a bad looking ship at all. Then, over for some of the Bright Dust offerings, we got the EXU-14, the Dragonbone ornament for the Deathbringer rocket launcher. This is awesome looking, if you were to ask me. I love the aesthetic here. Then if we skip down to the Bright Dust page, we've got the Splish Splash exotic emote, the Redline Ghost Shell, the Beggar to be Fed legendary weapon ornament for the Epicurean fusion rifle, and the Shining Cabriolet exotic ship. I love the look of this thing, like an old school hot rod. After that, the ornament on sale this week for Bright Dust is going to be the leg ornaments for your respective class. For you Warlocks, it's going to be the Dawn Singer boots. Make sure you pick it up. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for your weekly reset guide for the week of June 14th, 2022. A whole new week of content is live in the game right now. Get out there, get your pinnacles, and bask in your rewards. But that's it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.